Hello everybody, today is finally Friday, 4:19 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's just review the quad week and review also the market wrap that you guys received through WhatsApp yesterday. I highlight some things. They remove a little bit liquidity. Market was set up for a sell-off, a very controlled sell-off. They have been doing this since December. Distribution. I have been highlighting this to you guys. No bias, no sentimental, poor flow, right? Volatility skew print like a bullish smirk at the close. You guys know why? Because dealers was short gamma, right? Because they were positioned at 5,150 and 5,155 long puts in the morning at the open, and they were long puts 5,140 in the after, right? Everything was highlighted over here. They left a doubt on Thursday because we didn't saw rejection at 5,135. You guys know that I'm a very conservative person. I don't have any bias. I only read the flow. So I open a negative delta position on Thursday at 5,107. Everybody knows, right? So I enter long on Wednesday at 5,165, and I close on Thursday at 5,175 because the book left on Wednesday for Tuesday was a beautiful setup for a squeeze and to back test at least 5,200, right? But as soon market open and 5,175 rejected, I close the long and I start to open negative delta. And I also notify you guys on Thursday that if you break it down 5,107, we need to look for orders, another delta levels. 5,150, 5,135, and final destination 5,125. What market did? Exactly what the flow told us. But Fabio, why you close your negative delta at 5,135? Because you went market back test 5,125, the correct thing, to make me 100% certain that dealer was positioning short gamma on OPEX, if market on Thursday back test 35 and reject. So this, if this movement happened on Thursday, so I knew without any doubt that dealers, liquidity providers, was positioning short gamma into the OPEX. But they decided to bring market back to 5,150. So left me a doubt. And I don't like to have a doubt, right? Because if I have a doubt, if I don't have certainty, the probability to lose money is also certainly true, right? But I put everything in the market web because the doubt that they left us on Thursday. But I highlighted over here, at the morning, the minus GX is located at 5,155, 5,150. If they were positioning gap down, and they were, so we saw a gap down. Flow don't like. At the afternoon, the minus GX was located at 5,140. So, what I told you guys into the group, exactly, I sent you like a 3 or 4 vlogs, one at 10:10, one at 9:16, and one at 7:43 a.m. and another one 7:37. Especially this one at 9 something, or 10:10 and 9 something, 9:16, I highlighted the possibility the SPX come back test 5,140 and reject. Right? Just go back to the closed group and check the videos. The one that's 9:16 and another one at 10:10. So what the market did? Exactly what the flow told us. Exactly what the flow told us. In some point after the VANA finished, market came and decided to backtest 5,136.86. Very close from 5,140. We don't need to go exactly where we have the minus GX, especially when dealers are short gamma, right? But markets did exactly the movement. I really didn't understand why nearby the close you guys cited that, oh, SP 500 could you backtest 5,140. Why, guys? I explained to you guys several times the flow, the movement, the VANA, the charm. You guys, had all the information. Okay? You guys had all the information. Because dealers are really nice persons. Dealers are let us know what they will do. The big problem is two things: sentimental and bias. I told you guys before, in market, you cannot have bias. You cannot guess. You cannot have a doubt. You need to be certain. Since I wasn't certain if they were long or short gamma at 5,150 and 55, I decided to put profits in my pockets. But at the open, they told us, you guys were certain. We were short gamma. We were willing to sell at 5,150, sell at 5,155, and sell at 5,140. See how dealers are very nice guys? But on Thursday, they left us a doubt. So, if you don't have certainty, put profits in your pocket. For those that hold the put that I bought, congratulations, you guys make a lot of money. A lot of money. Okay? Anyway, let's go back for today. Today, let's see what time was. Today, around 1:25 p.m., when market, we saw a recovery from 5,104. I also put over here the difference. I told you guys where the EMA 3 was located in the weekly graph, and I also put like a defense of 5,105 defense intraday. And also I highlighted that it was unstable because the gamma is flipping flop, but was the defense. So I sent you guys at 12:43. So as soon market back test 5,105 and I saw a recovery, I open a long call for Monday, right? In the money, because I don't want to see, implied volatility plus theta corroding my premium, right? So I bought a in the money contract, call contract, okay? So when market went back and back test 5,120 and rejected, I decided to close. I also told you guys I didn't like that rejection, right? And I put profits in my pocket. Because what's supposed to be the correct movement to make me certain that we could see a squeeze on Monday, bring market back at least to 5,145. Hold at 5,120. Fabio, where you get those levels? From the flow. Note that 5,120 implied volatility tend to pay premiums for calls. So how I will be certain for a squeeze on Monday? To see SPX holding at 5,120. But I saw a rejection. Consequently, I put profits in my pocket again. The goal is to take any penny from the markets and not give to the house our penny. Right? So hope you guys understand why I closed the long call for Monday. Fabio, we could see a squeeze? Of course we could. At the close, now volatility skill suggestions a bounce on Monday. Okay? So far, volatility skill suggestions a bounce on Monday. Key level 5,120. Okay? Anyway. So, I hope you guys understand the flow. I know that you guys, the majority are professional traders. I know that's really difficult because we are old. We are not more kids. So our minds is totally, crowded. And sometimes we avoid to learn. So we always try to prove to everybody that we are right and somebody else are wrong. Because this is the goal of the market. This is the goal of the dealers. Ego. That's the goal. The market was designed, to people have ego, right? And try to build your own thesis and believe in your own thesis. Consequently, I repeat again something that I already told you guys. To succeed in the market, you need to understand two things. First one, don't have bias. Second one, don't have sentimental. I like, when I talk about sentimental, I like to talk a lot about the crypto trades. Because, the Bitcoin, the guy that developed Bitcoin, nobody know who it is, but he developed, something really cool. It's a very nice technology. I consider Bitcoin as a technology. I don't consider as a money that people consider. Because, the call of the Bitcoin was the same call of silver and gold back in 70s, 60s. We have like a very nice book called From the Tulipa Up to Bitcoin that, show all the hypes that we had in our bull markets, especially in parabolic movements. And now we are in the Bitcoin, hype, cryptocurrency hype. Okay? And consequently, I like to talk about sentimental use of the cryptocurrency because that's the current hype, right? And those that enter, in the market, the financial market through crypto, they believe a lot, in the Bible that the creator of the Bitcoin wrote. And consequently, they never sell their Bitcoin. They are willing to receive like 40, 60, 80, 90% drawdowns, but they never sell their Bitcoin. And I call this sentimental. And when I was working in a trade desk in Banco da Bahia, Banco BBM in Brazil, like my mentor said, never have sentimental, never have bias. Because, for example, BBM was a liquidity provider, was a treasury bank, right? So they provide liquidity, especially for those that trade Braskem. They were the owner of the floor. So if the family Mariani wanna buy, they will give it to the market, a sell pressure to buy cheaper and create panic. So when you work for a liquidity provider, you guys start to understand, the movement that they create to create panic and to buy cheaper. And also the sentiment that they create to sell high. So you guys never have had sentimental and consequently biased too. So today, if you guys monitor Twitter and also the open group, you saw a lot of bias. People was looking to backtest again 5,140, almost very close from the close, like 3 p.m. Market's supposed to go back to 5,140 without no sense, because dealers told us, I will sell at 5,140. I will sell at 5,150. I will sell at 5,155. Let me open the market swap again. See how generous dealers are to us, but the problem, we have sentimental and bias. Right? Posted to you guys yesterday. The gamma exposure, the delta flow, dark pool, and volatility skill, and consequently the option book. So the big doubt, because what they did on Thursday was regarding if they were positioned over here in this size or over here at this size. But at the open, we knew. So since we knew, we cannot go against them, right? We cannot go against them. So since you already reviewed everything about today, and now you guys understand why I prefer to put profits in my pockets instead of to wait for a squeeze on Monday, is just because the volatility skill that SPX didn't hold at least at 5,120. We close below. Okay. Let's talk about the graph. For the first time, we close in a Friday below EMA 8 and EMA 3. For the first time also, we close in a Friday with those two fastest EMA pointing south. Right? But Fabio, we had candles like this before and you saw recovery. 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 6. A bunch of those candles. Exactly the same. So this means that we will go back here on Monday. Per graph, we could. But if you start to see the indicators, the daily graph indicators, especially the MACD, you know, MACD start to give us, you know, a bearish sign since 1st of March. Okay, since 1st of March, as soon as you know those candles that was green start to getting smaller, start to be red, and the EMAs start to build the enlace, right? Start to build the enlace. I also highlight you guys in the closed group and also in the open group to guys observe some things, especially the bullion band. Okay, especially the bullion band. You guys have been realized the bullion band in the daily graph start to be very squeezed, right? But the top line is not pointing south yet. So far, you know, we could see a sideways market until they decide, you know, what direction will be. Remember that the new flow will start to born on Monday. You know, the current flow just, you know, expired, gone today. Especially, you know, the majority of the gamma that we had at 5,200. If I'm not wrong, 40% of the gamma at 5,200 is already gone today. Regarding the bullion band, I also want to still talking about the bullion band. You guys need to observe that in the weekly graph, the bullion band, the top line, is already 2 points south, right? And it's still wide open, but look at the lower line of the bullion band. It starts to point north. The people that talk about crash, oh, the market will crash, you know, this week, next week, blah, 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 blah. I never saw a crash with the bullion band, you know, wide open like this. I never. And also I never saw a crash with bullion band in the daily graph, you know, with the top line is not pointing south either. Okay, so consequently, I told you guys several times, I'm not seeing any crash, you know. Of course, that I cannot predict a black swan, but I told you guys several times, I'm not seeing any crash, at least in graphic and also in the flow, I'm not seeing any crash. We could see a sell pressure to try to backtest some flow levels, as we saw this week, right? As you saw this week. Also observe, you know, the huge volume that you have today. Red candle. And I have been highlighted to you guys since December that dealers start to distribute. They are not willing to buy anymore. Also doesn't mean that the market is not going up. We never became bearish up to 1 week or 2 weeks ago. That I told you guys, I'm closing on my position. I'm coming. I'm just holding cash, 100% cash. We surf Mara. We make a lot of money with Mara, right? We surf very well Mara. We surf PayPal. We surf Volkswagen. Which more did we surf? We surf cryptocurrency, right? Remember that I bought Shiba, CRO, Gala, HBAR, and some others. And I close as soon I feel uncomfortable. I'm not looking for tops and bottom. I'm looking for flow, and as soon flow suggests me, you know, to hold cash instead to be long in risk asset, I prefer to hold cash. So when I told you guys that, you know, I'm leaving cryptocurrency, if I'm not wrong, Bitcoin was traded at 65,000, right? We saw another jump back to 73K, right? But, you know, since 65K, I have been telling you guys that, you know, the market flow wasn't more unidirectional. So I decided to hold cash and also cryptocurrency as well. I put profits in my pockets. As I told you, I don't have bias. And I'm not here to find tops and bottom. I'm here to find good price, to surf the movements, and get out with profits. That's my goal. No? And even the dealers, they don't know where is the top and the bottom. So they look for the flow, to be profitable. So that's the goal of the markets. Be profitable. No bias, no sentimental. Okay? So since you already talked about the graph, first time that in a Friday we close red with a big volume and also below faster EMAs. And one more week ahead, nothing major, but one more week ahead, right? We close at 5,123. Now we close at 5,117. I have been telling you guys, this is a very controlled sell-off. No panic. Volatility being suppressed. And market is going down little by little. We're still in a bull market. We not revert to a bear market. If I come to you guys and say, no, we are bear market, I'm crazy, no? I'm crazy. I need to go to the doctor. Because we are not in a bear market. We had a technical correction back in 2023. Was a technical correction that, impulsed the market to do all-time highs. I also explained you guys this week, if I'm not wrong, that SPX was a very worse investment if you measure to real returns. In another hand, Bitcoin was a also investment based in real returns. Based in real returns, as you guys know, SP500 is supposed to be trading at least at 5,245. Right? Why? Because the rates are at 5.5 and the inflation at 3.6. Means 9.1% rates per year. Cost of the money. So for those that bought SP500 at the top, pre-COVID at 3,500, at 3,400, is not being profitable. You guys have been losing buying power. Of course, if you bought bottom, that's another thing. But as I said, majority has sentimental. Okay, so we need to see how it was at the top before the crash. In another hand, the Bitcoin, for those that bought at 29K pre-COVID, still profitable because the real the price that Bitcoin is supposed to be trading nowadays, real return, supposed to be 45K. Since we are trading at 67, we went up to 73, so Bitcoin is up 55%. So Bitcoin is giving, for our Bitcoin investor that bought, pre-COVID at 29, 55% profit. Consequently, I told you guys, before I told you, be careful, because, we could see like a dump. It's a lot of, bullish analysis in crypto, in everything. Nobody expects recession. Recession is not more in the table. Rates will be cut. So, but the same person that is expecting rate cuts and is not expecting a recession, this person needs to go to the doctor because this person doesn't have idea what they are talking about, right? So, if you see a drop in Bitcoin up to 45K, it's not wrong. Bitcoin is still profitable regarding real returns. Okay? Bitcoin has an important support at 58,800. I show you guys several times. Let me put in the monthly graph, right? I possibility to create like a cup and handle. I expected a rejection, something at 69K or 65, 66. And then, a meltdown. I told you guys 48, remember? I keep, I told you guys a pullback up to 48K to then create, a cup and handle, and why not backtest 86,000 or 110. So my target of Bitcoin, intraday target was 73 and 75. Remember the Fibonacci that I posted you? But my long term this year, my target of Bitcoin is 86,000. And supra-sumo to short Bitcoin 110. But before goes there, that will be good to create a cup and handle and see, a drawdown at least up to 48K. That means it's still profitable because, real returns level supposed to be 45K. Okay? So, Bitcoin is our start, a pullback. So far, backtest, let me put like in big over here to you guys see. Try to backtest the EMA20 and a weekly pivot that we have at 67,654. So backtest very close from that region. So all the EMAs exactly like SP500, daily graph, over there's daily graph, 3 and 8 start to point south. Bitcoin 2 start to point south. EMA 8 green and EMA 3, that's the faster one, red. Right? Pay attention that EMA 20, start to align, start to lose this bullish angle. Right? So Bitcoin already start a correction. Is SP500 start a correction? Why not? Why not? Pay attention the EMA 20 over here. Let me put bigger. The EMA 20 is also lost angle. Start to become a what? A line. Means that will be the next support. Forget flow, only looking graph. So the next important support will be 5,093. That's where we have the EMA 20. Also observe for the first time EMA 20 and last build a bearish line with the middle line of the bullish band. Okay, means that we could start a reversal per graph. Okay, per graph. Gotcha? You guys gotcha? But in the weekly graph, so far, so good. But remember, the reversal starting faster time frames and then go to lower time frames. So we need to see start a reversal in the daily graph, and then to the weekly, and then to the monthly, and then to quarter, and then to 6 month, and then to the annual graph. Okay? So far, in the daily graph, the suggestion is that a reversal starts. Anyway, let's talk about Monday. What you could see in the Monday. So, volatility skill so far is showing us a bullish smirk, but could also be a trap because we closed below 4,120. So, dealers could start to bring at the close, imply volatility higher in call contracts to sell premium and to buy more negative delta. That's totally normal. Okay, that's totally normal. And then you could see a divergence between book and volatility skill today. For Monday. Okay, next week we have FONC, Tuesday and Wednesday. So it's a very important. People still looking for the clue what Federal Reserve will do. Remember, market doesn't want rate cuts means recession. Be careful with this statement, okay? About rate cuts. So we have a divergence between volatility skew and the flow. Let me put the spreadsheet, the flow, in the screen. You guys understand. So far we have negative gamma. This is the new gamma start to being built, and we have negative delta flow. Pay attention that the minus GEX, where is located? 5,155. Same level that Jeter told us, I'm willing to sell at 5,155, 50 and 40. So we will see strength only above 5,160. Okay? So we could go back up to clean it up lower level gamma. Maybe, people that start to short today, to clean those people and bring market back to 5,145. Why I'm looking for 5,145? Because you have positive gamma in that level. Okay? So that's also totally normal to see a back test at 5,145. According in the graphic, will be good to see a rejection at 5,135 is where EMA 8 is located. So if you go back test EMA 8 and you see a rejection, market starts going back down, is because the EMA 8 became main resistance. Okay? But per flow, they could take us back to 5,145. Because dealers are willing to buy, to sell at 5,155 and 5,150. Okay? So they clean later shorters and they start to sell again. Okay? This is what we have in the book so far. So we have a divergence between flow, gamma, and volatility skew. Okay? Let's wait later on to see how the dark pool is printing. Regarding intraday graph, let me bring Thinkorswim to the screen. Note that 60 minutes graph, we close below EMA 3. So, closing below EMA 3 suggests that the bullion band will keep open and we could backtest 5,052, that where we have WMA 400. But before the WMA 400, we have the EMA 200 at 5,082. So we could backtest here. Remember that I told you guys that we supposedly have a defense at 5,075 and 5,009 region is where we have the EMA 20 in the daily graph. So we could backtest those levels. Note that the market participants is still bullish. Look at the put to call ratio. Let me put this bigger. Anyway, look at the put to call ratio. The put to call is 0.75. Now the index CPCI is below 1. The CPCE keep print below 1 at 0.75. The put call rate for SP 500 at 0.65, and the put call rate for Russell 0.68. So market is running out of the hedge. Market is running out of the hedge. Majority of the players have been selling puts to buy calls. In another hand, who is buying puts? Dealers. Now, let's go back to the graph. We talk about, SP 500. Look, ES. ES 6 minutes graph so far close below EMA 200, EMA 50, so those ER, EMA 80, so those ER became resistance. So what could you happen? We could go back down at 5,165, where is located the WMA 400, and then you could go back up, right? They could bring us to a oversold, and then start to squeeze people on Sunday, to consequently squeeze people on cash index and sell higher level, not at 5,117. Remember that 5,120 will be the key level to see a melt up according to the volatility skew. Guys, have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your family. Markets ad eternum. Market, have every single day. And yes, if we saw a squeeze on Monday, I expect a squeeze, but I have doubt because close below 5,020, right? But I'm expecting a squeeze, so I just don't want to have, a positioning during the overnight, because as I have been explaining, the flow, markets running out of the hedge, close below 5,120, so a lot of bias. So I prefer, to take the profits from the markets and keep holding cash, right? Seeing a squeeze on Monday, as also I told you guys through the flow. Let me bring, the spreadsheet back to the screen. Hope goes up to 5,145, but we could see a limitation up to 4,135. But if they bring us to 35 up to 45, I will open a negative delta portfolio again. Okay, that's my intention. Look, the delta flow at 5,130 and 5,135, where is located the EMA 8, is totally bearish, right? Since we are in a negative gamma territory, what's the pattern? Sell weakness by rallies. Where will be the rally? Where will be the strength? Only at 5,160. So the bounce could be up to 5,135 per deltas. Per gamma, 45. Enjoy the week, guys. Take care. See you guys on Monday.